Fred's future project takes shape. Why not use his skills as a freediver to bring back photo evidence and information about these sharks? He heads to South Africa, where many sharks are accessible to freedivers in shallow waters. Off these wild coasts stirred by cold currents and turbid waters, Fred joins a freediver named Steve Benjamin. He has discovered some little-known sharks described as data deficient by the IUCN. He calls them cow sharks.
So Fred, we're going to head down into this kelp forest over here, and we're going to swim across the channel to that kelp forest in the distance. You can see it there. Now, we can find the cow sharks there. There may be a few, there may be quite a lot. It really depends on the day. And they get quite big, sort of 0.5 meter to 2.5 meters in length. So there might be some big sharks down there.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll swim to the kelp forest and go see what we can find. There can be quite a few. In summer, when the water gets really warm, you can get up to 30 or 40 at the same time.
At the same time?
In the same area. You only ever really see maybe 10 at a time.
With these first scientific expeditions, I realized that freediving brings about constant questioning. You always need to adjust. There are unexpected events to which you need to adapt.
The shallow waters lying in front of the kelp forest have a surprise in store. Cat sharks. This name designates sharks that are endemic to the South African coastal waters. They often fall victim to fishermen. The IUCN also considers this species at risk, but does not have enough data to determine the protective measures that need to be taken. Can Fred start a survey program with this elusive shark species? Unfortunately, these fish are too small and difficult to find to conduct a proper survey. His studies must focus on accessible marine animals of a considerably larger size. Animals that can potentially be dangerous to man, like cow sharks. He must go deeper to find them.
When I dive, I think there's always that search for inner peace. Especially with freediving, you have to be aware. I open my eyes and see if there are any animals. This phase is generally very comfortable. After a while, perhaps 10 seconds, you start to feel the need to breathe. If animals are around, or if something is going on, you either have a choice to continue your free dive, to extend it as much as possible, or if nothing is happening, you can go back to the surface and start preparing for a new dive.
If the freediver is dependent on the air trapped in his lungs to explore the sea depths, what advantage does he have compared to a diver with oxygen?
A freediver is extremely discreet, so it's much easier to get close to an animal, and also for the animal to approach us. The animal will come to us, and that obviously is the holy grail for a photographer or a cameraman. With sharks, you generally have to try to establish a relationship. Obviously, it can't be based on power, because we'd lose. But it's a little like playing cat and mouse. If you act like a prey, the shark will tend to get closer to you. But if you take up space in the water, he'll tend to backtrack. You can always try to find that type of balance.
These seven-gill sharks have a primitive appearance. They have remained unchanged since the age of the dinosaurs. Sadly, with our hooks and nets, we may wipe them out in only a few years. To achieve a census of animal populations, scientists often create photo identification catalogues. Fortunately, the skin of these sharks is spangled with distinctive black and white spots. It looks like each shark wears its own unique pattern. It could be a unique opportunity to complete a census of this sedentary shark population. To include each and every individual, Fred portrays all resident sharks at different periods of the year. He achieves his first contribution to the study of sharks. It's science in the making. Science relies on irrevocable proof. Without proof, there is nothing. While taking pictures of the shark's characteristic markings, Fred Buyle comes up with a hypothesis. How will it hold out when reviewed by South African shark specialist Megan McCord? Indeed, Fred's photo library is a unique testimony to the diversity of cow sharks and their individual differences. Unfortunately, these spots are not like our fingerprints. Thanks to captive animal studies, Megan McCord has found that their shape, distribution, and colors change with time, so that spots can't identify these sharks, which are known to live up to 49 years. Photo identification, however, has recently proved to be a reliable method for identifying another threatened species of shark. Whale sharks, the largest fish of all. Then cutting-edge software supports rapid identification using pattern recognition and photo management tools. Replicating the protocol on thousands of whale shark pictures, Fred could prove the added value of free diving for conservation projects. This is a risky bet. Can he really meet enough of these wide-ranging oceanic sharks?
Something with the cow sharks, but